Hey, I'm Markia.
Want to hear something scary?
Knock, knock. Zara absolutely loved Halloween. This year, however, she decided she was too old for trick-or-treating. Her parents were disappointed and pleaded with her to go out with them and her little brother one last time. But Zara already had other plans. This year, her friend Jonica was coming over. They would do goth makeovers, watch horror movies, maybe even have a seance. She couldn't wait. On Halloween night, she bid her family goodbye, popped in a movie, and began to carve a pumpkin as she waited for Jonica. When the end credits rolled, she texted Jonica, who was now 2 hours late. Where could she be? It also occurred to Zara there had been no trick-or-treaters at the house yet. She jumped out of her skin when she heard a loud knock on the front door. Convincing herself it was unlikely to be a murderer, she took a deep breath and slowly walked to the door. A bead of sweat dripped down her neck. Almost at the door, she heard another knock and...
"Open up. Hurry. Open up."
It was Jonica. Zara breathed a sigh of relief. She unlocked it, chuckling for being so paranoid. But Jonica flew through the door and slammed it behind her. She was panting, almost hyperventilating, eyes wide and wild. Through her quickened breathing, she managed to get out the words, "It followed me." Zara had an uneasy feeling as she led her friend to the kitchen for some water. When she turned to hand it to her, Jonica was shaking in terror. She pointed right over Zara's shoulder. As she turned around, the glass fell from her hand and shattered. Pressed up against the kitchen window was a horrifying face staring into the house. It had deep sunken eyes and wrinkles so thick they looked like scars. Its teeth were mangled with rotten flesh hanging off the incisors. If it hadn't been moving, she would swear it was dead. The walking dead. She was frozen in fear, but Jonica snapped her out of it and dragged her to the bedroom where they locked themselves in. Zara was terrified. How could she be so stupid to think she was too old to trick or treat? She just wanted to be with her family, eating candy. Then it hit her. Her family. She asked Jonica who else she saw outside. The streets should have been packed. But by the look on Jonica's face, she knew the answer. There was no one out. No one alive, at least. She choked back a sob when suddenly they heard a loud creak on the stairs. "Did you lock up again after I came in?" Jonica whispered, the fear in her voice evident. She stood by the bedroom door, listening intently. Zara couldn't remember. If she did, then it was probably just her parents having used the key, but if she didn't... They could hear the steps getting closer, slow, heavy steps. But they were hidden, and if they were quiet, maybe it would just move on. Zara was so thankful she wasn't alone. At least they had each other. Zara whimpered as she hugged her friend close, feeling a dampness on her cheek. When she slowly pulled away, she saw blood. Hidden beneath Jonica's hair, an unmistakable flesh wound from a bite was clearly visible on her neck. Zara, still trapped in her bedroom, began to slowly back away. Jonica's demeanor changed in a flash. Still blocking the only means of escape, she cracked a wicked smile, licked her lips, and whispered, "At least we have each other."